Mamma mia!
Hello Internet, I do not know if I'm doing this right and where the sun angle is, and I don't have a good angle. All I have is bad angles. So here we are. Don't mind the messy-ish side of the garage. We're working on something here. Well, I'm not working on something. My brother's working on something because he developed this problem. I don't know where he got it from, but he can't leave things alone. So here we are. He's been working on his grom basically every night for like the past few days because he started a project, and it's turned out really cool, but it's also in an area that we haven't messed with on this thing. He's got a new light and stuff, and we have to take the whole front end apart. We'll loosen it up and just pop a bracket out and pop a bracket in. But it's something that he's never done because, yeah, and I've never done because I don't mess with these groms. I got mine to rip and ride and thrash, and he's building something really cool. So that's where we're at, and where we're at on it is this headlight mess, and we got to get this dude out. So that's why he is here making that face. But you got to get the bars and everything off, and it's a pain in the ass. So that's what we're doing right now. So I'll try to record some of it and see where we go and what we do, because we literally have to get all that apart, loose apart, to get a bracket and then put it all back together. So it's like really annoying, and we watched other videos and basically everybody said the same thing. It's the most annoying part to do, but once we're done, it's gonna look sick. So here we go. Internet.
So this is cluster. This is where the new one goes in. I don't know where this is gonna go.
We'll figure it out. Well, oh, your blinkers.
Huh?
Your blinkers.
Oh, sure.
We're in the process of figuring this out, but if anybody is changing their headlight, I repeat, if anybody's changing their headlight and they have to take off the factory, because this is the 19 SF model, you have to change it to the OG style headlight bracket. If anybody else does this, do not hesitate to immediately, there's a, where do we throw that thing? Oh, here it is. There is a bottom bar, see right here where we cut it? That holds it all together and it makes a square piece, and you have to sit and fish all those wires through it. What we did, obviously, as you can see, we cut it and bent everything, bent this out to just fish it through, because taking brake lines off, throttle cables. So much work for a headlight. And then you got to bleed brakes and everything else. And he just got white walls too. Don't want to drip any brake fluid on those. So we cut this, pulled it, bent it, got it out from behind all the insane wires in this thing. Now we are going to figure out how to wire what where. Shouldn't be too bad. And then it's got brackets. It's got a whole nice setup for the new blinkers and everything. It's gonna look amazing when it's done. But if you're doing this and you have to take out this bracket, it sucks. So just cut that bottom, and then we put the new one in. We cut the entire bar off the bottom so to not deal with any of that. We thought taking the upper triple tree was gonna be a pain. That was cake compared to messing with these wires. So your new bracket that you get, the OG ground bracket, cut the bottom bar out because it's still solid on its own and it mounts into the triple trees. You have to pull that one up, you slide it out. This one you put the rubbers around it, smash it back down. Everything is tightened, everything has a job. It has 4 mounting points. You don't need it. And he's not doing wheelies or anything. So one little bar is going across just to make Honda feel better about a stupid way to make a headlight bracket it's a non-issue. So it's all on now, waiting for the headlight, and this little thing's turned out really freaking cool. But just note to anybody that's getting in here, get in there. If you got a hacksaw, it's thin. It's a thin bar that goes across. Cut it, bend it out of the way, pull it out. It will save you, honestly, I think we looked and cussed at it for like 20-ish minutes. Save all that time, cut that, throw it. Don't throw it too far because you need the little rubber bushings on the your factory one on your bike to do it. So if you have an SF model and you got to cut it all out, do it. If you have the OG style and you don't have to do all this, awesome. But here we are. It doesn't look like we even did anything to it, which is awesome. So I'll update when there's a headlight in it. All right, internet. It's days away. We are days away from the last time we worked on this bike because we're waiting for parts and things. And luckily, because the wiring kind of scared the shit out of us, and my brother went back, did his homework, found a better way to do what we were going to do without having to cut into any factory anything, and we got it. It's not looking any different than when you guys last saw it, so I'll wait on that. But it's hammered together and they work. Only popped one fuse. So we are doing good. I got some other wiring stuff. Luckily, when I did my Harley, that thing was a wiring nightmare. So I got all these cool little heat up connectors and stuff from Amazon and some heat shrink, and we cut off the connectors for the blinkers from the factory headlight and wired them and spliced them in, and I heat shrinked over it so it looks like somebody else did this. It actually looks professional. Looks like we didn't do it. With these connectors, if you wire anything, you heat them up and there's solder in the middle. I definitely recommend you guys go and buy them. I got them on Amazon because I didn't know where else to get them. They're hella cheap, and then I just bought this pack of different size heat shrink tubing so it went over it, so it actually looks like a professional job, and it's not just a bunch of electrical tape and stuff in there, because normally when we do something it's just electrical tape. But that Harley was a pain in the ass. It had sat outside before I'd gotten it, so all the wires were brittle. So every time I did anything in the bars, something broke. So yeah, he's gonna finish putting this together. I'm gonna help by watching and slightly assisting, And once we get it all looking like a motorcycle again, I'll hit you guys up. All right, internet, back to it. Got it finished. Brother's going over the brackets, making sure we tightened it, Loctite it. It's in my butt pocket. We got it. It's all set up. He's making sure everything's like a Toyota. But there we are. It's a monster eye now. Bam.
That's not going anywhere.
Everything's tight, locked down, tighted down. As you can see, he carbon fiber wrapped his forks, and you can't even tell. This thing looks freaking. Uh-oh. We never put those back in? Both sides, one side?
Both sides.
Whoa! Alright. Alright, so that's why you double check everything, kids. We forgot the triple tree bolt. One pothole and he's been sad. Did we tighten those other ones?
No, I don't think so. That's why I wanted to go over before I took off.
Alright, so we're double checking everything. Should you put Loctite on those too or no? Nah, I didn't come out with any, huh? Alright, so yeah, double check your work, kids, because sometimes you get excited and it's also like a week-long project and you forget things. So luckily he does that, I do that. I've lost my ass not doing that sometimes, so we learn. But it looks dope as hell. I like it, and it's bright. It's the same headlight I got my dad, but a little different version.
Can you reach that bolt?
Yeah. Oh. It's sick. It looks dope. Compared to a factory Grom, this thing, look at this. Nothing looks factory in the front of this thing now. And the fact that it was blue. This was it is a 19, but it was the aqua blue 19. Now it's the black and white. It's the black and white 19. So we're gonna get it tightened up. I'll get some rolling shots of him once we're all. Oh shit. We tightened the bars, but we didn't tighten the triple tree. Hey, we live, we learn. I'll post another one when it's rolling. Good thing you don't do wheelies. Alright, he's tightened up and he took off. I don't know what direction he went, but it looks sick. It's definite game changer. He's not helping me right now because I'm supposed to be laying low, not doing things to things, but I can't let him have a cooler Grom than me. That's bugging me. So I got some ideas of what I want to do with mine. Let's see which direction I go. Let's see where he's at. And there he goes, terrorizing the neighborhood. But now we're probably the quietest thing. Now that I don't have my Harley, we're probably the quietest house out here. So when he gets back, I'll get some like still shots of it. And yeah, so thanks for watching. If you are, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to it. That helps me out. Hopefully soon I won't have this crooked face and I'll be able to talk normal, because this is getting annoying. So thanks for putting up with my crooked face and our antics. And yeah, I'll get some shots of this damn thing and figure out what I'm gonna do to mine. Thanks, y'all. There he is.